Hello fellow Chimeras, Sign Bright here. Welcome to Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 1 Story Recap, where I'm going to recap the entire story of Season 1 of Chapter 4 in Fortnite. This will also include the bonus episode I recently made. So without further ado, let's get started. Shall we? After the events of the Fracture event, including paradigm-merging landmasses of other realities to create the new island, we were back to what we do best: shoot each other for the last person standing. Until we got a transmission from Amy, who told us that Paradigm left us a final mission before the entire situation. However, since the colliding of landmasses, the mission has been split into 3 pieces. Amy asked us to gather the 3 pieces of Paradigm's message from data beacons in 3 different locations, known as Anvil Square, Faulty Splits, and Slappy Shores. After getting them and decoding them from one of Paradigm's terminals on the Watchtower, it is revealed that Paradigm wants us to retrieve boxes of refined material and bring it to the rock quarry known as Shadow Slabs, which Amy said is like a weird hobby or something. After that, Amy said that she has now free will, because apparently her primal directive was over, because she now gets to do whatever she wants since the 7 are gone. After that, saying apparently she will now not end humanity, which is very concerning to be honest, she wants us to gather kinetic ore chunks. After getting them, it's revealed that someone has been mining this raw material, and the one we brought, the refined material, is 100 times more powerful. And apparently, and this is stated by Amy in her words, that if anyone uses it, it's going to use like a giant blended smoothie or whatever. Like I said, her words. Amy was able to finally give us the results of this kinetic ore, stating apparently it's a power source to fuel items, weapons, including like objects. After testing out a weapon known as the Shockwave Hammer, Amy was impressed to know how powerful this kinetic ore was, and decided to have someone to have a vendetta against us. After when Amy got a friend / enemy, trying to save her words there, to fight us, she then gave the kinetic ore to an unknown knight, who apparently said the quote, "Your gift intrigues me, but did you know what you truly given us?" Which Amy does not care, by the way. The knight allows us to fight their leader, which is known as the Ageless Champion, leader of a faction known as the Oathbound. It's also revealed that the Ageless Champion is no other than Fortnite's main villain, Geno, and the Oathbound is the early years of the Imagined Order. Which, like I said, Amy does not care that she's bringing back the Imagined Order, even though she doesn't know who they are. After defeating the Ageless, Amy said it was a good idea to use this kinetic ore to create a body for her, so, she can finally walk with 2 legs, which will assist the help later on. We then got a transmission from the knight who allowed us to fight the champion, known as the highest alchemist of the Oathbound, Riftworn Stellan, who was tasked by the Ageless to create a stabilized Riftgate, because it is the Ageless' dream to explore other realities beyond the Omniverse. Stellan asked for our assistance to collect construction material to help us with the gate. After doing so and repairing them, Stellan was impressed and said the Ageless' dream can now finally come true, He then told us it's none of our business what his reason for the gate is, so we don't judge. He then asked us to set up a star sensors and a cosmic monitor to the center of the island, where the 0 point is. After doing a star puzzle, Stellan was able to finally trust us, and he revealed a very dark secret. There was a being called the Shapeless Man, who watches them with a dark purpose, that if they don't finish the gate, there'll be dark consequences. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. We then got a transmission from Amy, who was very suspected of Stellan's Riftgate project, because apparently, taking over realities and somewhat. She decided to hack into Stellan's Gate project and wants us to test it out by using her test vessels, known as Amy fragments. She then said that apparently they don't know what test subject means, and apparently it's better this way. She wants us to bring them to Brutal Bastion to test out this Stellan's Riftgate, and she'll monitor the results. After getting the fragments back, they give us a cryptic message. The first one said, "He is different. They're all different. As we speak, they changed. He sculpted his existence anew, a fate darker than the worst imaginable. He is there, but will you get time to save them?" This made Amy severely be concerned, but now it also revealed a dark truth to these fragments' meanings. It is revealed that they are locked to the scientist's location, which means the scientist is alive, but he was taken to the last reality to become corrupted, just like Raz. That means also the islanders who got cloned by the Herald are also there, getting corrupted. Amy made it her mission to go to the last reality to save her father. When the second time the gate is on, she'll go to the last reality to find him and bring him back. But for the time being, we're going to continue helping Stellan with his gate project. We got then a transmission from Stellan, but this time he decided to give us a little bit about himself. That when he went to the Oathbound, he had no family, no name, no purpose. That his work was all he knows. He then told us to bring up a power socket and find a power plug to ensure power for the gate. After doing so, Stellan allowed himself to finally reveal another dark truth. Apparently, he came to the Oathbound from the orders from the Shapeless Man. It means that apparently Stellan is a traitor. But a very sad one, because apparently he's doing this by force. If he doesn't do what the Nothing says, everything will go to chaos. Stated by him. Stellan then asked us to condolence at Shadow Slabs, Brutal Bastion, and Faulty Splits. After doing so, he was happy that the Riftgate is now having power. However, he said that the Shapeless Man is impatient, which means we have much more work to do. He then asked us to gather metal to create an alloy to forge with the kinetic ore, since he stated that the kinetic ore is the key. After gathering metal and asking us to heat up and shaping it, the kinetic ore can now be merged with this alloy. Stellan thanks for his assistance, and he'll give us more stuff to help him later on. We then got another transmission from Amy, who asked for our assistance to help her create her body. She asked us to get a Falcon Scout to scan her opponent's schematics, then to get a microchip from a Guardian shield, and lastly, activate her construction program at Lonely Labs. After doing so, Amy's robotic consciousness was now being transported to one of the aimbots. She now bids us farewell, but not forever. A temporary farewell, so she can bring the scientist back home. If she can save him in time, that is. But for the time being, we continue helping Stellan with the Gates project. Again. Stellan asked for our assistance again to decipher the gate's coordinates. He then told us that he cannot tell the agents about what he's doing, because since if the agents find out he's a traitor, he will die from the Oathbound. And we don't want that to happen since we got used to no Stellan. After waiting for the coordinates to be deciphered and killing 3 players, the coordinates were now been deciphered and we were able to receive them. After punching into one of the control terminals at Lonely Labs, Stellan then revealed that apparently it was us that brought the Shapeless Man back to him because he hasn't dreamt of him for centuries, saying that our kinetic ore was the reason the Shapeless Man returned to him. We then got another transmission from Stellan, who apparently says the Shapeless Man wants us to actually start the Rift Gate now. He said apparently with the Shapeless Man had a burning gaze. He said the Shapeless Man did not care if the island was split in half. After doing so, it turns out someone sabotaged the coordinates of the gate. Stellan was angry and wants us to find the person who is responsible. After talking to 2 people on the island, it turns out no one did it. Stellan got to a panic, stating that the gate is now destabilizing and the sky will now be ripped and open, and something will now come from the other side. We then got another transmission from Stellan, who then revealed a little bit about his young life. He said that the Shapeless Man came to him in his dreams and claimed him like a son that he never had. A very bad way, to be honest. He then wants us to collect hard drives from Oathbound chests. And then he wants us to go to Lonely Labs because apparently outsiders had insight to his Riftgate project. After getting the papers, he then said they're catastrophic, his words. He then wants us to get ancient texts from Shadow Slabs from the Exile Mages. After doing so, it said he thanks for our assistance, and it said the following: a beautiful monster in the hubris of a champion. Whatever that means. Stellan said it didn't make much sense either. He then revealed about the Shapeless Man's identity. Apparently, that the Shapeless Man did not allow him to continue sleeping. And apparently Stellan said that the Shapeless Man dreamt of a perfect order, which is revealed that the Shapeless Man was no other than Geno, which we all thought it was the nothing, including myself, but no, it was Geno this entire time. After finding out Geno's identity, he then wants us to use a telescope to examine the Sky Rift. After doing so, he then now sees that the Sky Rift is now dangerous. And will now bring something from the other side. He said apparently that his life in the Oathbound is lonely and full of secrets. He thanks for us to assist him in the field of battle, and he bids us farewell by being for us to be his friend. And that's it. That's Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 1 story recap. With Season 2 now coming tomorrow, things will now be different. So, I'd like to thank all of you for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications so you won't miss any videos from me. Comment down below what's your favorite things to do in Fortnite, creativity, battling players, whatever you guys do. And I'll see all of you in Season 2. Bye!